Alright, so my name is Justice Debra, originally from Ghana. I live here in Boston. My main motivation of coming to the US for my MBA was to come learn, make connections and see how best I can use my education and experience and the connections that I'll make here go back home to help Africa, attending the Harvard African Business Conference every year, and then I have Harvard Africa Development Conference, and I meet people, talk to people, and through that the idea of farmers came to mind because I realized that farmers in Africa contribute about 70% to the economy, but these are also the most poorest on the continent, and so I was thinking that how can we help these farmers to improve their economic situation. I kind of came across blockchain technology, and the technology was really fascinating to me because I realized that most people actually have the good intentions to partner with others, but the element of trust was a big issue. So I'm like, how can we bridge the gap between people and African people here if they really want to partner? And I realized that the blockchain was an opportunity. We want to have a database for farmers, and through that database, farmers would actually know their real problem. So as you can see here, these are like farmers that we have, and what we're going to use the blockchain technology to do is to connect farmers to. So we are using coffee, for instance, farmers, for instance, that the coffee they produce, they will be able to know who they sell to and who actually consumes the coffee. And so in the blockchain, you have a farmer who produces coffee and sells to these exporters and importers, and these people also sell it to coffee shops around the world, and these are the people that consume it. These farmers have needs. They have challenges, and through the database that we have for them, they'll be able to know their particular challenge or their particular need. For instance, this farmer A, has a need, and his need is having more labor. Having more labor means he will need money. So in the system, there's a request for funding, and there are lenders. The lenders is unique in that the lenders could be the cafe or coffee shops, or the people that are even drinking the coffee. So they lend the money. We have smart contracts that connect all these, and then they can lend to the farmer. The farmer will be able to pay these people. They will be able to produce more coffee, sell more to the importers, and then it goes back to the cafe. And so in this, we will know that the farmer also will have control over their own pricing, because mostly as it happens now, they are at the mercy of these middlemen because they don't produce enough, and also even if they produce enough, they lack a lot of logistics like storage facilities and all that. So for this coffee to rot, they will sell it to these people for cheap. Farmers also have the information to be able to know the current market price for their coffee, and so here the element of trust is actually at play, and then everybody gets what they deserve. So that is what this project is all about.
All right, sweet. So you're against African aid, which is traditionally used to support some of these farmers. Can you talk about why this is a better system than the aid or the UN?
Yes, it's something that I've never been comfortable with. Giving aid, giving free money to people. For me, I feel like if you always give free stuff to people, sometimes it's really hard for these people to be accountable to what is given to them. I believe in partnership, because in partnership there is accountability. And so if somebody who is a coffee drinker knows that there is a system where he will be able to have direct relationship or connection with the person who produces the coffee, and partners and lend the person say $1,000, and knows that $1,000 is going to help the farmer to produce more of the coffee he's consuming, and then he will get his money back with interest and get the coffee that he's been enjoying for years. For me, this is a win-win situation. It helps the farmer, it helps to improve the economic being of the farmer and that of the person, but if this person gives this money to the farmer freely, the farmer do not even have any obligation to use the money for the purpose for which it is intended. But if it's a contract in such like a very transparent system, it helps the farmer to be able to use the money for the right purpose, and then it helps the person who invested to also get what they also expect out of it. So yeah, I'm all for partnership, and like I am here being with you, we are all partnering to make sure that this idea comes to fruition. And so yeah, I'm not really a big fan of aid.
And can you talk about like building the database and sort of the obstacles in terms of getting that to the import-export people, and how they've been sort of manipulating sort of the situation in terms of market pricing and taking advantage of some of these farmers that might not know sort of what they need to do to expand their business?
Yes. So the thing is that most of these farmers are not even educated. And two, they don't even know what is happening in the market. All they do is to produce and then sell this to the middlemen. And they always see the middlemen as people that are even doing them favor to buy the coffee that they produce or whatever crop that they grow. And so what we're trying to do is that in this system, the farmers will be aware of what the market price of the produce, all the things that they are producing. So they know how much is being sold. But in the future, they will be able to even track everything they produce to where it gets to the final consumer. So they will know how much a cup of, like a medium cup of coffee costs, or large size cup of coffee costs. And so in this, there's more transparency. Farmers will be able to have the requisite information, data that will help them to have control over pricing of their product. What this technology sets to achieve in terms of the sustainable development goals is to elevate poverty.
But it went well. It was like there were a lot of questions about it, but I think if we had more time, we could dive into like actual code.
I mean, obviously it's challenging given like the time restrictions,
Yeah,
right? As far as like how, trying to build like, a basic product, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's like, I never know if like, is presenting code interesting? You know what I mean?
To that audience. All right, so Jeff, are you a part of their team too, right? Or what's your name?
Ben.
Ben. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Justice, I know you before.
Rob.
Okay. So awesome. So let's get. I just want to ask you guys a couple questions about how you heard about Buidl Boston, your group name, your project, why you chose to build Anidsasor, and just anything else that you kind of want to talk about.
We believe that with the blockchain technology, we will be able to address all these problems, and the hope of every farmer to be able to make a living out of what they produce will be realized. And so that is why we came about the name Anidasor Aba, meaning that the blockchain is bringing hope to these farmers. And I got to know about this hackathon through Crypto Live League. I subscribed to Crypto Live League, so I got to know about it, and I met my great friend Rob here, and so I would also let him talk more about how he got to know about this and his role in this whole project.
Okay. So Rob, why did you choose to work on this project this weekend?
I met Justice. I thought it was a cool idea, and I was looking for. Typically, when you code in Tezo, so I've become more as an engineer, so I just think it's a fun language to code in, or basically a cool environment. And speaking to Justice, he had a great idea that seemed to have a lot of heart to it, and so I thought it would be an interesting project to work on.
Okay. And Ben, how did you feel in kind of the short time frame how you were able to develop your project this weekend?
So it kind of just came together through just like talking to them and seeing what they were both working on, and just trying to put together like some ideas and sort of synthesize the group and come up with ways to present it. And
I'm pretty confident looking at how the whole presentation went and the kind of like interest that you could see from the kind of interest like that the judges showed and the kind of questions that they asked actually made us like have this confidence that our team or our project is going to be one of the best projects that is going to come out from this hackathon. So we're just excited and just waiting to see the final declaration.
So why Tezos, Rob?
I think I like their opcodes, I guess. Like, I think the Michelson language is like a very interesting approach. Basically, as a developer, it exposes like a very legible stack-based language, I think, and for me, that's really interesting.
Did you encounter any issues with their tools this weekend? Or?
Yeah, so I think I really enjoy Liquidity, so I hope Liquidity stays in the ecosystem and continues to be supported. And I'd say that I was really interested in what Cryptonomics is doing for the ecosystem. They're building a lot of really cool stuff, and I'm very impressed by their tool suite.
Wonderful venue. So yeah, and then we have a bunch of community partners. I'm again just going to run them. H for the swag, Z Park, Pillar VC, Level K, Shios, Union Square Donuts, Wellesley Bakery, Crypto Lively for filming, and US Blockchain. Give them a round of applause. I also, first of all, I guess I want to thank our team. Whether that's Lindsay, that's Mel, that's Natalie. Hold on, just let me give some shout outs. That's Silvana, that's Caroline, that's Eric Enos, and all of our volunteers. Thank you very much again. We were all volunteering. We'll let you announce the Tezos winner. Do we have it?
Yeah, we do.
All right. So remind everyone what the prize is.
Yeah, the prize for building on Tezos and winning, the grand prize is 10,000 XTZ, and we're happy to see that we're giving it to it's Anidsasor Aba, or the coffee market.
Everybody else? Here.
That was you.
After this.
There you go. Just a little there we go. Let me not knock over the camera.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
We
got it. Did I give you one of those three?
1, 2, 3.
Well, I will make sure.
Smile bigger.
He does what I'm telling you. All right. Yeah.
It's fun. It is the hope of every farmer that one day whatever they produce will help them attain the life that they've been dreaming of. And so we call this company Hope is Here, Anidasor Aba.